So you want more lag for more power and club head speed. And you've heard it's the real big deal, right? But if you don't know the difference between hitters and swingers, then check out my video on accelerate and brake for power. They are the hitters. When a player doesn't know how to use the natural forces in the golf swing correctly, you'll see they have a long downswing and a short follow through. Now a good player goes from short downswing to long follow through. Now lag in the golf swing. Transfers massive amounts of energy to the club head, which is released through impact. But where does lag come from? I mean, I can't listen to this, it comes from your core or your bigger muscle groups anymore. I mean, that just makes everything slow and weak. So stop trying to turn your hips and your shoulders harder and faster in your downswing. I mean, that just doesn't work. To be honest, I can't believe that people are still teaching this way. I mean, there are so many golfers that have gone from being fast and wristy to slow and weak in search of technical perfection.
Why people who come from other sports like tennis, baseball, pretty much any sport, whether it's javelin, pitching a ball, and they come to play golf and they lose all their innate athletic ability?
Now speed comes from here. Yes, that's right, your hands and your wrists. You don't have to look far. Just like when you're playing tennis, throwing a ball, baseball, let's try again. You've just got to learn to generate speed like this. With your hands, arms and wrists, and get them fast. So what did the body do? Yes, that's right. It basically just stabilized this hand, arm and wrist movement. And you didn't have to turn or move anything to create speed. Speed, energy and lag comes from your hands, arms and wrists. And I'll prove it to you. If I was to simply drop this ball, it would bounce back up using its own weight. If I was to use my arm and do the same thing, then yes, I would get a bit more, or throw your back in there. But hopefully you just wouldn't, would you? When I do this from my wrist, it's a game changer. So firstly, how does lag work?
It may not look like it, but I'm trying to hit it as hard as I physically can. Not on every drive, but most of them.
And that's the skill as a coach. I've got to clearly explain and give you a feeling so you can go on and do it yourself. Now, one of the best ways to feel lag and how the wrists work when the correct forces are in place is to hold the club out in front of you. With nice and relaxed hands, wrists and arms, start to swing the club around your body. Now, as you pick up speed and change direction, you'll feel the club head kick back because your wrists can't contain the forces that are put on them in transition any longer. You'll notice that the club head lags behind your hands and arms in transition from backswing to downswing. That's it, that's lag, and how you create it, using the natural forces correctly as you change direction. Now, you see a lot of great players actually start back with the hands first, ahead of the club head.
Unless I use my wrist freely, my swing loses all of its snap, and I have neither power nor control.
And as they start down with the hands and leave the club head lagging behind. So what's happening is the hands and club head are actually moving in opposite directions, in both backswing and downswing. And the club head is always lagging behind the hands.
Now watch these two shots at actual normal speed. At the top of the swing, you'll observe that for a fraction of a second, there's a pause as the club changes direction.
Now, so the best way to do it is to take the body out and put your feet together.
Things that's kind of held him back, but so far the short game has been wonderful.
With nice, relaxed hands, arms and wrists, swing the club head back and forth. Start to increase the speed and feel the power and lag in transition. You can use two clubs or a weighted club head to exaggerate the feeling if needs be. Through the hitting area, you'll feel a whip as the power is released. It's the same sensation as if you were whipping a towel. The energy is released in the tip of the towel, and in golf, it's the club head. Once you get the feel for it, you can hit some balls with the same sensation. Relaxed hands, arms and wrists, and feel the club head lag behind the hands in transition from backswing to downswing. Now, to step things up a bit, you can introduce the weight transference. Now, if you're not sure how this works, check out one of my other videos or get your hands on one of my books. Hey guys, nice book. Can I have a look? Or just maybe you're a hitter. You hit me. Oof! Oh, yeah. Rather than a swinger. So send a video over and I'll have a look at that swing of yours. And the cherry on the cake for a more dynamic movement is to ensure that the force always precedes the motion. If there's no force first, then there's no power in the motion. Body, hand, arm, body, hand, arm. Body, hand, arm, body, hand, arm. Body, hand, arm, body, hand, arm. Yeah! Now obviously all the basics have to be in place before you start to implement these kind of things. And if you're standing wrong in relation to the target, then you're wasting your time. Now once again, for the 100th time, do a stance and alignment check. And if your lesson doesn't start with a stance and alignment check, then you want to ask, why not? Speed and lag comes from your hands and your wrists. So stop trying to turn hard with your body. Now if you're a hitter, then accelerate and brake. If you're a swinger, get off. Come on. You know you want it. You want that lag, don't you? It's perfect, that. Straight over. It's a short par 4 now, mate.
Very short.
Yeah. That's a short par 4. No messing. Yeah, you can do that, yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, bit risque, but you know, it works.
I can feel it somewhere inside, haunting like a drug I keep on wanting.